You're watching the Satchnet 7 Network.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hey, how are you?
What a great show.
Thank you.
I mean, absolutely fabulous. I would get into details later, but first, you have a model for us.
Yes.
And I will say your name again.
Vanessa PEART. And my brand is Vanessa PEART Atelier.
Wonderful, wonderful. Your inspiration was?
I had various inspirations for this. I think one of my main things was I wanted to make a collection of favorites. So I guess I would call it Vanessa's Favorites. And then to give it a definition, I would say it's luxe gems. So they're pieces that are classic, timeless, things I feel like every woman needs in her wardrobe and fits any mood or any time of the day. Something a little for evening wear, something for a ready to wear, and it definitely has an indigenous accent, as well as my signature vertebrae shapes that I do in my cutouts. And I usually do it in snakeskin or gator or lizard. I use genuine skins, usually lambskin with an embossed finish, and we just do that on the back of most of my kimonos. And it varies per season, so it does stay up to date, but the first time I came up with the concept, I thought I can't trash this, so I figure every season we'll like kind of reinvent that, and of course bring new fresh pieces in as well. But that's one of my signatures.
Vanessa, one of your showstoppers, you had some amazing models, but one that caught my eye was Mallory. Can you describe why did you pick her, and what is she wearing?
Mallory is wearing the Sosho sheer kimono, and it means snake in Sioux dialect, and she is wearing a bamboo knit dress underneath. And I picked Mallory because I just feel like she has a natural like grunge look to her, and I thought that it would complement the clean white aesthetic that I have for this look.
So Vanessa, again, the continuity was very smooth, and the transition was very relaxing and somewhat spiritual. Mm-hmm. And one of this model that's with us now gave a Spanish feel or an Indian feel to her. Was that any connection to the line?
Yes, definitely. There was a native influence. My heritage is the native Sioux and Lumbee Indian, so I have that as an accent in certain details in my line, but then I still have a high-end finish to the pieces, so that was definitely intentional.
It shows. It
Thank
shows.
you.
It looks like it's ready for Saks or a high-end store.
Okay, thanks.
And what model is this? What's her name?
This is Elaine. And she's been wonderful, and she's wearing our little knit Shinte Bolero, and she's wearing our knit split skirt. And most of the pieces have an indigenous name to them too.
Wonderful. Vanessa, I have to say you picked some extraordinary girls. I mean, sexy. It looks like I'm looking at a box of Godiva chocolates. I mean, it was from vanilla to the cream of the cream. I enjoyed it. Can you tell us a little bit more about the outfits? These are our last two models talking about. Can you describe their outfits for me, please?
Yes, definitely. So both of these girls, their looks were inspired by nature a little bit, because for spring, summer, of course, you always think about fresh harvest and everything. So we used this saffron corn cotton gauze and did a draped dress. And then we decided to use a gold-plated fishtail accent. And then we have over here a crop top that's also in that same fabrication with a slub knit skirt. It's an Italian knit. And then we use some raccoon tails as a fun spring fur accent, I feel like you can use fur for spring, and I think this is a nice way to do it. And of course, feather earrings, part of the collection as well.
Vanessa, that tail on that skirt is so attractive.
Thank you. Let's lift her shirt up a little.
I want to put that on everything. That is like, it's not,
so sexy.
It's really just a hint of sex appeal. I love it. That is brilliant what you put behind that skirt, and is very sexy. Just a hint of sexy, but what made you come up with that idea?
Well, I like that you said a hint of sexy, because like one of my aesthetics as a designer is to have a different kind of sexy. I feel like a lot of people just go straight through with the sex appeal, so I wanted it to be kind of hints of it, like surprises, where from the front it like might look a little more covered, and then when you turn, there's a little dimension to the garment. So that's why I decided to do some like slightly sheer pieces, some accents that accentuate the curves, and some textures that are loose but deep cut or show a little bit of shoulder.
How do we find you?
So my website is VANESSAPEARTAtelier.com. My IG is VANESSAPEARTAtelier, and we do have an email, which is vpeartatelier@gmail.com. And of course, these items are available for pre-sale, and we will be having the looks posted soon online. Right now, we have a little sneak peek and a pre-order form on the website. And again, it's VANESSAPEARTAtelier.com is where you can find our brand.
Absolutely wonderful. And again, you're watching an episode of Window Shopping with Drew Felton. See you soon. Window Shopping with Drew Felton.
You're watching Fetch 7 Network.